Hello, dear viewers. Welcome back to Korea from Inside. We're so excited to have you with us today. Get ready, because we're diving into a heartwarming and truly hot piece of news that's been making waves. Fans CRY. Hyun Bin just gave a touching moment to Son Ye Jin in his latest appearance, and trust us, you don't want to miss it. Let's jump right in and see what everyone's talking about. For weeks, rumors swirled that Hyun Bin and Son Ye Jin, Korea's favorite power couple, would make a rare public appearance together. Fans scrawled theories across forums. Was it a reunion? A charity event? A baby celebration? Yet, none could predict just how deeply this moment would move them. On the red carpet, Hyun Bin appeared sleek and composed, yet there was a subtle tremor in his expression. Son Ye Jin floated in next to him, radiating grace, yet behind her poised smile, a flicker of something emotional. The air buzzed with expectations. This was more than just another event. The shocking moment, raw confession in the spotlight. Midway through the stage segment, Hyun Bin paused. The spotlight centered on him, and suddenly words came that no one expected. A gentle, quivering confession of gratitude to Son Ye Jin. This wasn't about awards or accolades. It was about her support through the whirlwind of public life. When everything feels heavy, he said, voice barely above a whisper, "You've been my anchor." The crowd gasped. A fleeting second, tears swelled in his eyes. Then came the pause, the one that made every heartbeat echo. Synth files replaying clip after clip caught the tremble of his hand as he reached out. No fanfare, just a man disarming himself before the woman who's shared his life. A hush stretched across the audience, uttered only by the start of a sniffle, then a collective intake of breath. As the segment ended, cameras captured Son Ye Jin standing, silent and still. Then, impossibly, she designates her hand over her heart, an unspoken acknowledgement of how deeply the words struck her. The emotion in her eyes glistened. No dramatic gestures, just stillness powerful enough to rattle the room. They returned to their seats, separated by just a sliver of space, but closer than ever. Social media exploded. Fans posted screenshots in droves, comments sputtering with disbelief. "I haven't cried this hard in years." "He looked at her like she's the only person in the world." "That tear. My heart shattered." #BinJin forever. Within minutes, the hashtags #BinJinLive and #FansCried were trending across platforms. Live viewership surged by 40%, and the clip racked up millions of views within hours. The emotional resonance came not just from what was said, but from the pair's deeply intertwined story. These two met on screen in the negotiation, reunited for the global hit Crash Landing on You, and then stepped into real-life matrimony in March 2022. In private, they endured some of the most scrutinized moments Korean celebrities can face: pregnancy rumors, travel speculation, and postpartum controversies. Through it all, they've maintained dignity and solidarity. Seeing that support spelled out, with vulnerability, was like witnessing the heart behind the public image. Then hours, fan cams spilled from YouTube to TikTok. Moments of shared glances, hand trembling, Son Ye Jin's emotion. They went viral. Major Korean news outlets cited the clip as a turning point in public celebrity intimacy, analyzing body language, tone, performance, everything. Global fans launched thank you campaigns on Twitter, with messages like, "They reminded me love does exist in this industry." Media commentators speculated, could this hint at a future collaboration? A joint reality special? A second child announcement? The internet buzzed with theory. What makes this viral moment linger in the heart is its authenticity. There was no script, no overt flashbulb moment. It was raw. A polished stage. Hyun Bin broke his own barrier. Son Ye Jin stood silent, yet spoke volumes with her eyes alone. Fans didn't just watch, they felt it. This emotional payoff replayed in late-night talk shows. Experts dissected the moment, its timing, its subtlety, its staging. It wasn't a promotional stunt, it was a public gift. Dramatic rhythm of the reveal, the confession. Response, it was tension tightly coiled, then released, leaving the audience reeling. Reinvigorated couple cashing. The public now remembers not just their romance or past trolls, but this vulnerable, real moment. Speculation surge. Every upcoming event featuring them will be analyzed. For echoes of this scene, From body language to shared gestures, possible future projects. Will this emotional response translate into future joint ventures? Maybe a docuseries, a heartfelt interview, or a film exploring their journey? Community at peak, Binjin's fan clubs have united globally, with charity campaigns launched in their name, for the love they show us. This wasn't just an actor thanking his wife, it was a public unveiling of deep affection, a cinematic confession played out in real time, a break from the polished distance of celebrity culture. It reminded us that love stories, real ones, can still move us, profoundly and unexpectedly. Millions watching, the moment wasn't entertainment. Connection. It was hope. And, for a shocking, powerful flash, bridge the gap between screen and soul. So yes, make fans see our why. In this case, it wasn't tears of pity or drama, it was tears of recognition. Recognition that beneath fame and flashbulbs, are hearts that beat just as ours do. Just when the emotions seem to have reached their peak, the lights on stage dimmed again. A staff member handed Hyun Bin a microphone. Instead of returning to his seat, he stepped toward the edge of the stage, closer to the audience, closer to her. Crowd murmured, unsure of what was coming next. Then he looked at Son Ye Jin, this time not just with gratitude, but with something deeper, heavier. There's something I never said in public. Thing I've kept inside for too long. The tension in the room snapped like a live wire. People leaned forward. You could hear nothing but breathing and the soft mechanical clicks of 100 recording devices. When we worked together on Crash Landing, I didn't just fall for your character. I fell for you. A collective gasp. Fans in the front row had their hands over their mouths. Tears welled up in more than a few eyes. Then, he did it. Hyun Bin turned fully toward Son Ye Jin and bowed. A deep, humble, sincere bow that shattered the wall between star and human. Not a rehearsed act, not a publicity stunt, but a man laying his heart bare, in front of the world, for one woman. The camera caught Son Ye Jin's reaction, her hand trembling slightly, her lips parted in disbelief. She stood. She took one step forward. Another. Then, he hugged him. Not the polite, rehearsed embrace of co-stars. This was raw. Long, intimate. Her eyes closed, her arms clung to him, not just as a partner, but as someone who understood the risk of this moment. The crowd erupted. Screams. Applause. Some simply sobbed, overwhelmed. Staff members backstage reportedly paused everything, watching in stunned silence. Even veteran reporters admitted afterward, they had never seen anything like it. The image of their embrace rocketed across the internet within seconds. Korean news anchors broke protocol to share the footage live. International media picked it up. Hyun Bin makes public declaration of love. Read headlines from New York to Paris. Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, and Filipino fans set up simultaneous streaming parties to rewatch the moment together. A fan from Thailand reportedly fainted from emotional overload during a live stream. More shocking, just minutes after the event, Son Ye Jin's agency released a simple statement: "What you saw today was real. It was not scripted. We thank you for your love and ask that you respect their truth." No denial. No backpedaling. This was reality. According to a production assistant, Hyun Bin had planned to make a general thank you speech, but moments before stepping out, he changed his words. Toss the paper aside. He reportedly told the director, "If I don't say it now, I never will." Son Ye Jin wasn't informed. Her genuine reaction wasn't a performance, it was spontaneous, emotional, vulnerable. And it wasn't all sunshine. After the event, some insiders reported that managers and publicists scrambled in panic. Industry protocol had been broken. Contracts had covered this kind of live intimacy. Sponsors were unsure how to respond. But none of it mattered to the fans. To them, this was the moment they'd been waiting for. Unfiltered, human, unforgettable. In a world flooded with pre-planned content, PR strategies, and digital filters, a single scene pierced through like lightning on a clear night. It reminded everyone that no matter how famous, people like Hyun Bin and Son Ye Jin are still just that, people, with hearts, with fears, with moments they're brave enough to share. Embrace wasn't just about them, it was a mirror for anyone who's ever hesitated to speak up, to say what they feel, to risk being